Hello, so I'm back the very next morning after putting the first coat of the Waterlox original finish product on here. It has been, I finished about 5 p.m. yesterday and it's about 10 a.m. today, so we're going on 17 hours. They did say, you know, that the product, you want to do 24 hours in between the coats. I gotta say though, this baby is completely dry, and I think that that's symptomatic of the fact that we are in Arizona. It's incredibly dry. I had the fans going. The smell is pretty strong in here, so when they talk about adequate ventilation, I completely get it. I did not have stuff going while I was putting this on, and primarily that was just because I was more concerned about the dust than I was the smell. So hindsight, it probably would have kept things more open, but I'm gonna have everything going until I come back today. The color is definitely darker than when we started yesterday, but there are some uneven patches, and I think that that's my fault from the sanding. If you recall, I kind of jumped between two different processes here, and so this may be completely my screw up here. So we will find out. I'm gonna call my buds over at Waterlox because they're so helpful, and I'm sure I'm not annoying them in any way. So I'm gonna call them and kind of share with them some unevenness, and it may just be a second coat, which I'd be fine with. Because this is drying so quickly, I am not concerned time-wise. We're gonna be just fine because we're looking to get this baby ready to go within about 7 days, and so not concerned. Okay, that's the update. I am going to be back this afternoon to add the second coat. All right, take care.
Go ahead.
So we finished the second coat on the butcher block, and right now I am cleaning the brushes. These are pretty nice paintbrushes, and so there's really no reason to not reuse them again. But because you're talking about a stain, you do need to clean them with mineral spirits, and so I'm repurposing our old vinegar containers, washed out of course. And so you have your old thinner, pour some new thinner in, and then you just keep kind of going back and forth, dip in the paintbrush to get the old varnish out, and then you dry them and you can reuse the brush again. Yesterday I did not do that. As you can see, we had that old brush there because the instructions that I was reading at the time said don't reuse the brushes. Then I called my friends at Waterlox today, and the guy's like, dude, no, wash the brushes in between, just use a different one for the stain versus the varnish. So that's what I'm doing. You can already see on the second coat that there's much less, and so I probably only need to do this process 3 times, and we get to reuse a very, very nice, pretty expensive brush. Doug, you said this one was like, what, 14 bucks?
About that.
Yeah, 14 bucks, so definitely want to be able to reuse this. So if Doug wants to go in real quick, you can see what the second coat looks like on the butcher block.
All right. Lindsay just finished the second coat. You can see it's taken that amber look. This will need to sit for another 24 hours before we can go and apply the next product. So she did a really great job. Top, sides, bottom, it's all stained, 2 coats and ready to go.